This is the USS Lexington. Commissioned in 1943, the Lexington first fought in World War II and then went on to serve the Stars and Stripes for 50 years. Today, she offers day trippers like us the rare opportunity to step aboard a real, battle-tested aircraft carrier. The Lexington is one gigantic artifact, so big that it isn't in a museum, it is the museum. This is Rocco Montesano, who's more than just the executive director. He's a man who's actually landed on the deck of the Lexington.
Throughout my career, I came back here for different training evolutions. I think I ended up with about 48 landings on Lexington. Probably 3 good ones, but...
48, we'll count them all.
Okay.
So tell me a little bit about this ship.
Well, Lexington is what's known as an Essex-class aircraft carrier. And the Essex-class specifically were built to win the war in the Pacific. It participated in most of the major battles from 1943 till the end of the war, including Iwo Jima. The most famous battle it fought in was known as the Marianas Turkey Shoot, where over the space of 2 days, Lexington aircrew, along with the battle group, was responsible for shooting down over 400 Japanese aircraft.
Wow. Tell me a little bit about its nickname, the Blue Ghost.
Well, the Blue Ghost is really kind of interesting. Now, back in World War II, they painted camouflage on all the aircraft carriers. Now, how do you hide an aircraft carrier? I don't know, but Lexington was the only Essex class that never got painted. It went over with a deep, dark blue color. Then the Japanese reporter sunk on 5 different occasions, but she kept coming up, and the Japanese Tokyo Rose said, they must be talking about a ghost ship because Lexington was sunk. And so the crew said, Blue Ghost, that's pretty neat, so we'll become the Blue Ghost.
Blue Ghost, I love that story, that's great. And the Blue Ghost has yet to be sunk. And if you aren't the type impressed by history, how about sheer humongousness? It has more sleeping space than the world's largest hotel and generates enough electricity to power a town of 150,000 people. The flight deck is big enough to host 3 football games at the same time. Just make sure you don't dive out of bounds. Check this out. This is called a tail hook. And when the planes would land on an aircraft carrier, there would be a cable, and this hook had to catch that cable to slow the plane down fast enough to stop. The Lexington is packed with stuff to see. There are cannons to sight in, floors of exhibits, and I think I look pretty good in the captain's chair.
Yeah, this is probably the most comfortable seat on this ship. I could get used to it.
But for a truly unique look at the Lex, you must go beyond the regular tour. All right, so this is Jim and Hugh. They're volunteers with the USS Lexington, and they're about to take me on a hard hat tour. All right, gentlemen, lead the way. This will be fun. The hard hat tour is a special one, available only by reservation. It takes visitors way off the beaten path and into the belly of the beast, through narrow corridors and down ladder after steep ladder. This whole ship down here sort of smells like an old army surplus with metal and paint. First stop, the engine room.
This is number 1 engine room. All the orders from the bridge would come here.
Full steam ahead. These guys would punch it.
There's 2 engines here. Each engine's 37,500 horsepower. So we got a combined total of 150,000 horsepower. On an average cruise day, she'd burn 74,000 gallons of fuel a day.
Wow. With a crew of over 1,500 people, the Lexington had to have everything they needed for months at sea. These evaporators could produce 180,000 gallons of fresh water a day.
You might not realize we are below the water line.
Really? Oh, that's cool. So we are underwater now.
Right. This is one of the shafts, or one of the 4 engines that we have on board the ship.
Wow. Okay. So there's a propeller at the other end of this thing.
That way.
This way. So it turned around under here.
While very interesting, this tour is also a bit creepy. And beyond the Blue Ghost nickname, some say there are also ghosts aboard from the men killed in action. Well, fortunately for us, there's no time to linger and find out. Let's head back up into daylight. To see the full episode or to get info about how to visit this spot, trip on over to thedaytripper.com.